Throughout this week, we've been bringing you in-depth interviews with the major candidates hoping to be elected mayor of Surrey on October 20th. Today, we feature former Mayor Doug McCallum with the Safe Surrey Coalition. Our Justin McElroy sat down with him recently. What did you learn, Justin?
Dan, Doug McCallum led Surrey from 1996 to 2005, ran for his old job 4 years ago, and is hoping once again to win this time around. We chatted at Crescent Beach, where he lives, about his plans to get rid of the RCMP, scrap the plans for the LRT, and why he believes that his coalition, hoping to take over Surrey, will be better than Surrey First, which has run the city for the last decade. Will say all the time, as you alluded to, that they want to see opposition, that it's too much of one-party rule, but at the same time, you're putting forward 8 councillors on your slate. In a way, you're asking for the exact same thing. Why should people trust you with 8 people on council as opposed to Surrey First?
Well, it's very simple. It's, people want new people there. We have a coalition. Our people are from all over Surrey, from different things. It's actually just about a mini ward system in our coalition, and we call it not a slate, we call it a coalition. All of them are independent. All of them have different views. They all bring the ideas from their different community to it. And we share some common beliefs, and that is our own police force. That means SkyTrain instead of light rail. And it means that we need to look at development and pause development in some cases and look at smart development in Surrey.
But if all 8 of them are elected, are you promise that they'll speak out and disagree from time to time?
We're not holding them to any of their beliefs. They're free to express what they think in Surrey and what to do.
You say that on day 1, you're going to start moving towards independent police force for Surrey. But you look at your website, the details of how exactly that will take place and the timelines and the budget and everything else are sort of sparse. So lay out for me, if you can, just exactly what that would look like.
Okay, on day 1, on our first council meeting, we will put a motion forward to withdraw from the RCMP. We will set up then a transition period. We will have to get cooperation from the federal government and from the provincial government, but both have indicated that if the people of Surrey want their own police force through this election, then they're willing to work and cooperate with us.
Can you say when it would happen, though, and how much it would cost?
The City of Surrey already owns all of the RCMP equipment in Surrey, all the cars, all the police stations we own. And our QP staff already provides, 300 of our staff already provide the administration costs, so that's already being paid by Surrey. And so the only part that we have to look for is officers. And when we've checked around the region as far as officers are concerned, we find that a good percentage of the RCMP officers in Surrey will stay with, or move over and join our own force.
Can you tell people whether new Surrey Police Force would be in place for 2019 or 2020, or exactly when?
No, we've done surveys with other police chiefs and other police officers and everything, and they all agree that we could have our own police up and running within 2 years.
So that's your pledge to the people of Surrey then, so by 2021 essentially?
Yes, very much so.
Scrapping RCMP, scrapping LRT, those are big projects. Why should Surrey voters have confidence that you would be able to take on so much so early in your term?
Well, I think that's what the people have asked me to run. I've got the experience. I was mayor for 9 years. I was chairman of TransLink for 5 years. I was on their board for 9 years. And so the people of Surrey know my background, they know my experience, and they know if we say we're going to do our own police force and we're going to build SkyTrain, they know it's going to be accomplished.
On development, you say you're for smart development, but no politician is going to say they're for dumb development. So how does that break out of just being a buzzword?
Well, it breaks out because this current City First Council over the last year has just put sprawled development all over Surrey. They had a huge development in South Surrey. They wanted to put on the Little Campbell River, for heaven's sakes, and again, the community was up in arms, but they all voted for them. Gill and Hind voted for them, the whole council voted for it, and finally Metro Vancouver had to step in, and they stopped the the development because it was outside of Surrey's planning. In other words, it was dumb development.
Doug, thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
You might hear those topics come up again in next week's Surrey mayoral debate. UBC and the CBC have partnered up to present that discussion on Tuesday, October 9th at the Newton Cultural Centre. The event is hosted by CBC Radio's Stephen Quinn. Doors are open at 7.